Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, what's the beverage of choice here on this Christmas morning?
It is a mimosa, of which I made. First, every time I go to make something, I have to buy everything. I bought one of the silicone ice cube makers.
But they're big ice cube makers,
Big,
not like
yeah,
little
big
ones.
cube,
Big
yeah,
one,
a big cube. And I put in an orange peel, some cranberries, and some orange juice. And so they have been freezing. And then this morning okay, y'all. Full transparency. It is now lunchtime.
Midday.
We were a little bit behind on all the Christmas stuff this year, so we've been running around all morning. So we're just now getting to our morning breakfast. Well, I am. Sam has already been nibbling. But yeah, so it's mimosa. It's Prosecco.
Prosecco, thank you. Yes. All right.
Prosecco over our ice cube. And then we have the infamous monkey bread.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the monkey bread. Can't leave out the monkey bread. Did it differ this year because you couldn't find you thought the bundt pan was in the garage storage. And no, it was down in with the pots and pans. So you did it with just a regular baking, which was a little different because usually what she'll do is cook it in a bundt pan and then flip it on one of the Christmas plates, Lennox Christmas plates. And so it then all of the liquid that has on the bottom will
I wondered why you were a little upset about that.
Yeah, I wasn't upset. I wasn't. Yeah, I was like a little not disappointed.
Because I think it tastes the same, but it doesn't because it doesn't have that extra.
You got
juice
the you got the crust. It forms a crust because then it cools and forms a real crust. So I've been in there with the little mini spatula, metal spatula, scraping the crust off and smearing it on. So
what monkey bread is, real quick, is very easy, very simple, but it's just canned biscuits. I get the fluffy ones with butter in them. Or what are they called? Extra, I don't know if they're fluffy or whatever.
Right.
And then
I forgot the music.
Cut them up into little cubes, dip them in butter, melted butter, and then cinnamon and sugar, and then layer them in you're right, it usually is a bundt pan, but this morning I did not have bundt pan. Or I did, but I didn't go hunting for it. Right. And then bake it. That's it. It's very easy.
It's so easy. It's so good. And it looks like a monkey brain. That's why we call it monkey bread. I know that's the name of it, but to me it always looks like a monkey brain, like from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
My least favorite of those movies.
Yeah, that is the least of the 4 or 5 now. That is probably bottom. Crystal Skull would be close. So, anyway.
Go get me a little bit more Prosecco.
Oh, we got to top off? Okay.
I do need a top off.
All right. Well, do we want to start the show and do a top off? All right, I'll just go get the top off. Look, the hood is not staying on because I'm already sweating.
Oh, okay.
So, get that off. Get the headphones off so I don't yank them into the floor.
So we've been going all morning, y'all. Like literally up at 6:30. I really can never remember not having everything done the night before. But last night after church I got the bubbles. After church and that's good. After church and the Chinese food, I was in bed and asleep by 9 o'clock with lots. You can just put it right here. With lots left over to do. So we've been up and cooking and cleaning. The tables are all set. My sister is coming to pick up her meal. They won't eat with us, but they will have a prime rib dinner that we cooked for them. So she's coming at I think 2:45. So
yes, I have 8 minutes until I have to go reduce the temperature on our prime rib.
So anyway, so we've been busy, but everything is now wrapped. Everything is in its place.
Yes.
We are showered and cleaned up.
So we are doing the podcast on Christmas Day. We're probably the lone podcast in the country that is going to actually produce their content on the day instead of doing a pre-recorded show. But hey, what the heck? All right.
We got nothing else in our life.
Of course, yeah, I know exactly. All right, let's get it started with, of course, this is the Sam
and M
podcast, episode number 52. Yeah.
We made it.
We made it 1 year officially next week, but yeah, we've made it through the first year of this whole wild endeavor at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. Thanks for listening on your favorite podcast app, watching us on YouTube, watch us on Facebook. Of course, make sure you're liking, sharing, following, subscribing, hitting the bell, and 5 stars. Thanks again for getting us ranked top 10 video podcast on Spotify.
I just can't believe that. That's crazy. I really thought you were making that up, but then you showed me it was real. I was like,
it's legit.
So thank you, guys.
Yes. Brought to you by Miles Carpet Cleaning, Caribbean Pools and Spas, CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks, ToyotaTowler.com, OBX Bullies, Kennels, and Boutique, Adinkra Yoga Studio, and Hatteras Island author Jan Dawson. You recognize the music? It's the full official Magic Kingdom loop that's been playing all month or since November 1st.
Well, it's the 12 days of Christmas right now. So all I can think of is
yes.
I went and worked
there's
out.
the 12 days of Christmas here. Yeah.
I went and worked out yesterday.
Right.
At 5:30 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a lie. Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the 12 days of Christmas. So it was like one 30-second plank and then 2 push-ups. And then 3, so like you did everything. Like by the time it was done, we did 6 minutes of plank. So anyway, I was like, well, this is just reminding me of my workout the other day. But yeah.
Uh-huh. So shout-outs? Are we going to do... We just going to...
Well, I just have a general.
Okay.
Last week I was at work when the podcast dropped, and my phone was like kind of blowing up. I mean, not like dramatic blowing up, but it was kind of blowing up. I was getting messages from Melissa Copeland. I was getting messages from a couple other friends, and they're like, "You are cracking me up on the podcast," and I'm like, "What did I say? What did I say?" And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm glad you're listening." And a couple of them are people I didn't know listened, and anyway, so then I was like, that's good, but what was so funny? And they're like, you and your emails. I have this many emails. I have this many emails. I was like, I knew I had my people. I am not the only one out there with a lot of thousands and thousands of emails. Other people were like, that tears my nerves up, like you.
Yeah.
I got some of those, but who knew my emails would be like a tipping point? And then at workout the other day, Karen was like, you crack me up. Your husband was cracking me up. So anyway, I love to get the feedback. I love that my friends listen. I love that people I don't know so well, but I consider them, friends of the show.
Friends of the show. Thank you.
Yes,
hey,
friends of the show.
She knows a radio term. Friends of the show.
But
nice.
I love it. I love it. I love getting the feedback. It's funny. I even had one person.
Friends of the program.
I had even one person at a patient be like, "Hey, you got a lot of emails." I was like, "Oh."
Yes.
So anyway, and just in general, a shout out that it has been a year of not very many downs, really. We've had a really good year, but
all red shit. Yes.
I want to say shout out to every single person because that's listening or has even listened one time because that does make a huge difference in our life. So thank you very much. And Merry Christmas.
Phyllis Smith says she might finish by 2035, more like it, on clearing out your emails. What was it? Amy mentioned that she was pretty sure you guys ran through Adventureland during the marathon. And I do think so,
I think we did.
Because I remember, because when you got to the hub, you turn right. And last week we were talking about the course drop for the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. The courses all dropped. And I guaranteed now that I'm going to get to run through Magic Kingdom, run the half marathon in 2 weeks. So, and that was really like the whole thing. I've been really stressing that they were going to somehow do.
So I think someone got a green motorbike for Christmas.
Oh, they did, yeah. Oh, cool.
They're
dirt
outside,
bike.
dirt bike.
So I've been stressing that I wasn't going to get to run through Magic Kingdom, and then the map drops, and a little different route than what you guys did on the marathon. We'll go out of the Magic Kingdom hotels via the aqueduct by Contemporary Res. You guys come in and then go around behind Grand Floridian the last time. Anyway, so I remember when you ran the marathon, you and Amy ran the marathon, you guys turned right, went into Tomorrowland and went around back, came through the castle, then went cut down and back through Adventureland, then out that way. So out through the parade exit. Anyway, so that was just some of the comments from last week's show. Oh, boy. We're going to be burping the whole show.
I know. It's really bubbly. Sorry.
Bubbly. All right. Well, I'm going to take a drink, so.
It does taste really good, though. I didn't put any orange juice in. The orange juice is, it's in the ice
like
cube. So
dissolving.
It's like
slowly, so we're getting the full Prosecco experience and then the orange juice working its way in.
So, like, here's a little quote-unquote downer.
Yeah.
But it's not a downer. But a little thing about me.
Right.
I love a mimosa.
Yeah.
Like, and this is like in the last 5 or 6 years. I haven't always been like a mimosa person.
Mhm.
I really love Prosecco.
Right.
So, if I have a baby shower at my house, if I'm like hosting it like at my house, if I'm hosting something, a baby shower, a bridal shower, I try to add a mimosa bar to everything. I absolutely love. I love a mimosa, all different kinds of mimosas. The best mimosa I ever had was in Nashville at the airport. I had a blueberry
all
mimosa.
the
I'm telling
places.
you what, it was the best
The
daggone.
Nashville
It was the best
airport?
daggone. I think it was a mimosa, but it was like blueberry something like a syrup with Prosecco. So I'm calling it a mimosa.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It might not have been, but anyway. But so this goes out to all. At my funeral, I would like a mimosa bar. I think it's very fitting, and it would
Okay.
be very appropriate to have a
There you go.
mimosa bar.
All right.
I also think it'd be fun to do a little 5K and then end with a mimosa bar.
5K mimosa bar. Okay. All right. You just made things a lot easier.
Since I haven't
Do
had a
it here on the
surprise
island,
50th birthday
folks.
party or any surprise birthday parties, let's just do it at my funeral.
We have the easy 5K route. It's an out and back. It's very simple.
And then we can end up here with
That's
it.
what I'm saying. We're gonna do it here at the house. We'll start here and here. Yeah. Mimosa
Anyway,
bar.
no, all joking aside, I absolutely do love a good mimosa. So, anyway, you guys can usually find me drinking a mimosa.
All right. Oh man. Okay. I think that's all we got for shout outs for today. Okay. All right. Let's of course thank some of our corporate champions. And that includes Miles Carpet Cleaning. Of course, the holidays are here, and well, you know those carpets, rugs, and upholstery. They're going to take a beating today, in the next couple of days. So after everybody's headed out and all the entertaining's done, you're going to want to get it all cleaned up, or you got more entertaining to do. New Year's Eve,
Right?
you do the post-Christmas parties, whatever you got coming up. Then why not call Miles Carpet Cleaning and get those carpets clean and get them looking and smelling fresh and new again. They're serving Currituck in the Outer Banks. Miles Carpet Cleaning family has been cleaning up things on both sides of the water for the last 9 years. Call now and get the Miles Carpet Cleaning Holiday Special. Still good. 3 rooms, hallway, all cleaned up, plus deodorizer for just $99. That's right. Get those carpets clean for just $99. Call now, 252-207-6707. Find more great offers by following Miles Carpet Cleaning on Facebook. Robert Miles and his family will take care of you like you're one of the family. Forget the rest. Call the best. Miles Carpet Cleaning at 252-207-6707. That's 252-207-6707.
All right. And I do have these 2 books on my bedside table now.
Yep.
Thanks to author Jan Dawson. This holiday season, why not give the gift of summertime romance? From the Outer Banks comes a perfect escape to cozy up with Jan Dawson's Hatteras Island novels. Whether it's rekindled love in storm season, with a heartwarming Christmas ending, or a new romance after heartbreak in Hooked on You, these stories will whisk readers away to the sun, sand, and unforgettable love. Wrap up some Outer Banks magic and make it an OB Extra special holiday for the romance lover on your list. You can find Storm Season and Hooked on You at all local Outer Banks bookstores and on Amazon, and get ready for Tangled Lines coming in 2025. Give the gift of escape, give the gift of Jan Dawson's Outer Banks novels.
All right. And let me finish pouring some more Prosecco.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to do this right, let's do it right.
You just licked the bottle.
Hey.
That is very white trash.
Well, I didn't want to get on the equipment. I'm trying to keep it off the equipment. All right. Okay. Thanks to CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks. When it comes to managing your business, it's important to have the right technology. That's why CMIT works to help businesses. Short for Completely Managed Information Technology, CMIT offers everything a business needs. Their services include tech support, computer and server security, cloud backup, secure Wi-Fi, business phones, and more. With CMIT's help, your technology will stay up and running. For more information, go to CMITOBX.com. All right. Theme of the show on this Christmas day is Christmas memories. I'm pretty sure the timer's getting ready to go off because I'll need to back down the temperature on the prime rib. Okay?
All
So,
right.
in case-
So do you want me to start with some
Do you
of the
want to start with the others or you want to start with ours?
Let's start with the others.
Okay, we'll start with everybody else that shared them. I got one here, and then I'll run in there and
Okay.
dump that. Christy Hudson had commented, Since the kids are grown and out of the house, a new tradition we're starting this year is going to Christmas Town at Busch Gardens on
yay.
Christmas Day. Going with friends as kids aren't home early either this year, so it's going to be a whole parents-only thing. That's
I
a
didn't
great
know
idea.
they were open on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah, they're open Christmas Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And then they're going to drive. They drove around last night, looked at all the Christmas lights, and have had a Christmas tater tot casserole this morning. Now, I wonder if they were driving around here or if they were driving around up to Williamsburg. I think they're doing here. So, anyway. So, there's one. All right. What else do you got? Because we had a bunch weigh in.
Well,
on this.
I think I'll go ahead and check on it, and I'll say this. I do think that when we talk about traditions, we do the same thing. You know, you try to do the same thing every year. You try to incorporate or keep those traditions going. But I think it's also like we all do get to a point where those traditions are no longer. So we used to do you know, Sam's an only child, so we lived next to his parents for a big chunk of the kids' lives, and then we never moved more than 10 miles, 15 miles away. So his parents always came over before the kids opened their gifts. We didn't let the kids open presents until they were there to watch them. And my mom, 75% of the time, my mom would always come, and my sister lives in Moyock, so she never really did Christmas morning with us. But we are finding, so we used to do Christmas morning presents. My in-laws would be there. My mom would be there. We'd do the monkey bread.
Right.
Then everyone would leave, and we would do. Then we would prepare the dinner, the prime rib dinner. That is still the same dinner that we've made for over 20 years now, but
Although without the crab meat, because we did for many, we did the
you're right.
stuffed
you're
beef
right.
tenderloin. I would cut it and then do a crab cake.
You're right.
mixture
But then
on
mom
top. Well,
became
your mom
allergic to
couldn't-
allergy.
when
to
she lost shellfish allergy.
shellfish.
So.
So my point is that even though we have traditions, we also are ever changing them because of the situations of what happens. So I love that they're now starting a new tradition this year, and I hope they have a great time.
All right. What you got there?
So I have my friend Heidi French. They open on Christmas Eve. One gift, and it's always a board game or a puzzle to play or do together as a family.
Oh, cool.
It forces them to slow down and be present together. And they started it when their oldest two were 3 and almost 2 years old, and I think they're in their 20s now. And then she also cracked me up because she posted a picture. She's like, for everyone who doesn't feel like you have it together, don't worry, you're not the only one. And it was like the front of her house yesterday with a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern on the front. Like, and she's like, Christmas never made it outside of our house this year.
Oh, wow.
And then she
Nah.
also cracked me up because she posted a picture of their family group chat last night. And she's like, if you get up before 7, go back to bed. 7, like her kids are in their 20s and teenagers, but she's like, no one's getting up before 7. Like 7 is our time. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I did talk to James and Caroline this morning. I believe Caroline had to wake up Harper, and that was after 9:30. And Waylon, I think, slept till 8:30. So,
Which if you remember our crew, there was what? When there 4 a.m. in there?
Oh, yeah. Your parents didn't make it that year because I was like, just open it. That was at the,
Yeah, there was a 4 a.m. And I wasn't trying to
That
think.
was the year the boys got those little, like, motorcycle things.
Oh, the electric motorbikes, yes.
And Caroline got her American Girl doll.
Right. No, they
And
were.
she was so excited.
They rolled out at 4 a.m.
Yeah, that was bad because we had been up till 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the other thing. Like normally, we always stay up. Like everything is done. And last night I was just like,
we were in bed at 8:30.
I know. I was asleep by 9.
I
just cannot do one more thing.
No. Yeah. So.
Amanda Kite. She even posted a picture yesterday of the cake that she made here that she's talking about. She says we have been blessed to provide the happy birthday Jesus cake for a church party each Christmas Eve morning and help contribute to the meal for the homeless in the evening. We also attend Christmas Eve services together. Those are my favorite traditions as they help take the focus off the commercial and materialistic side of Christmas. Agreed with you, Amanda. My family would say their favorite is the family calendar I compile and give to all the ladies yearly. Everyone likes to see the pictures I have gathered and represent each month. It's currently printing as she was typing this. These traditions certainly change as our family grows, but I'm always happy for any moment we have together. 100%,
No.
Amanda.
Let's see. We were talking earlier about the Hudsons going to Christmas Town. We have done 1 year, 10 years ago. In fact, it was 10 years ago we did Christmas at Disney, and
I will never do it again. I hated it.
we did it. It was now. There were some parts to it that were pretty cool. We did do Christmas Eve at California Grill during Christmas wishes, fireworks. The weather was a little sloppy, but we at least were up there. That was pretty cool. But yeah, the Christmas Day thing, we had a tree.
Well, and we were with the pals. God love them because they have one child, and then the Walkers had three.
Yeah.
And they were so good to us
Yep.
and patient with us. And the boy, we picked the boys up from
Fork Union
Fork
and drove.
Union and drove. They picked them up, and we met them. Didn't we meet them in Kinley?
Met them in Kenley, yeah.
So, they were great. I mean, it was an experience, probably something to say, but I would never do it again. I got home. I had to fly home early because I had to work. Y'all went to a lacrosse tournament afterwards. And
Yeah, that's right.
I put a tree up. I went and bought presents. Y'all came home on
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's that whole week because we went down the Sunday before Christmas. Or no, not Sunday, the Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, picked the boys up, we had the pop up then, drove down, did everything, and then Christmas, was it the day after Christmas?
I think it was the 26th.
You flew home,
And y'all went and did
and
a
we went
tournament.
because James's team had qualified for a tournament down in Lutz, Florida, outside Tampa. So I took the kids with the camper to Tampa, and we stayed down there. So we was like staying down there for almost 2 weeks, and then drove home after they finished. The last game was on New Year's Eve day, and said, "We're done, we're gone." And we were home by, I think, like 4 a.m. on New Year's Day. That was an experience. But yeah, if you've ever wondered, and I've posted many times about it, I've shared videos of others. There's some live streams going on right now. I was watching one of them, Ron on the Go, before we started recording. When we say that Magic Kingdom is a zoo, and there's a reason why they close it they start limiting because it gets to capacity. And when Magic Kingdom's at capacity, which this is probably the first year, I'm hearing things that might be the first year. It is the first year because the first year you didn't have to have park
In a long time.
reservations unless you are
Since COVID.
Yeah, since COVID. It's the first time it's really been at full capacity, and it is wall to wall. We went to Magic Kingdom that morning.
We literally walked to Tomorrowland or Adventureland, I think, actually.
Adventureland.
And then we all looked at each other and we were like, no. And we went to Animal Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's big a
But,
park too. That helps spread things out. It's not as big as Epcot, but it still helps things spread out.
Well, but I mean, we still didn't get to ride anything or do anything. I mean, I guess if you were a season pass holder, it would be okay just to walk around. But if you are like spending all that money and you want to ride rides and stuff, I would highly not suggest going Christmas.
No, if you're gonna go the first week of December. We've been then. Did we go the first week? No, we went.
Yeah, it was like the first or second week.
The
We went
second
to
week.
the Christmas party.
Yeah, so we went to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We were there for like 4 days, I think, in that second week of December. That was actually perfect because you got everything was decorated at that point. Everything was finished. All the resorts were decorated out. That's, if you're going to go then. Or you can, if you time it right, you can go after. Like this week, no. This week, not the week to go. if you want to do the New Year's Eve, the one thing we haven't done is a New Year's Eve there, and everybody says it's really cool, but again, it's crowded.
Right.
We've been on all the crowded days. We've been July 4th, we've been Easter Sunday, and we've been on Christmas Day. And all three are just insane. We haven't done New Year's Eve. They say the Epcot's the one that really gets stupid. But the days after New Year's, everything pretty much stays decorated. They'll start tearing some of the stuff down. But for the most part, the parks are still decorated for Christmas for at least another week.
It'll be halfway down.
It'll be gone for Marathon. Wasn't it gone?
No, some of it was
Some
up.
was Magic Kingdom still decorated? No, it was not. Yeah, it was
I
pretty.
think Hollywood Studios might be, Epcot might. But anyway,
Yeah.
onward. That was like my least favorite Christmas with the kids. Not because of the people we were with. Just
No, it had nothing. It
because
was because we weren't home.
we weren't home. We didn't have the tradition.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it was not.
So
It wasn't as memorable as we thought it might be.
well, it's definitely a memory.
Yeah, it's definitely a memory.
I mean, it's definitely a memory, and
Right.
it's definitely. I mean, I'm glad we at least had that experience, and the
Yeah.
kids had it, and you know, I just would. For someone, I didn't realize how attached I was to Christmas tradition until after we did that trip,
Right.
and then I was like, even though we're changing and our family
all
things are
evolving,
changing,
yeah.
but I still think I would rather be home.
Right. Yeah.
So, my friend Ashley Gerald, they do Chinese food the night before and Christmas jammies, which we took your advice on, and that's what we did last
That's what
night.
we did
too.
last night. Yeah.
And then in the morning we eat brekkie and then open gifts and make sugar cookies. So what a cool, just sounds like
Yeah.
relaxing and fun. Ashley is getting ready to be a first time mom, so I'm very happy for her, and I hope that this is a good her last non-baby Christmas. So Shea Box. And I had to look this up, and I think this is really cool. Go to O'Donnell.
Jody. Dawn.
Dawn. Go to Dawn's page.
Okay.
She has a thing about this. Shay Bach says we do Jola Bacaflod on
Okay.
Christmas Eve. So can you real quick, because
There's a picture.
Dawn had a thing about it. It says at the bottom of the picture what it is.
Okay.
But this is what Shay Box and her family do. They do Jola Bacaflod, and I'm probably butchering that.
It's Icelandic. All right. There's the picture that she had up.
That, well, Shay didn't, but Dawn did.
Well, Dawn
O'Donnell.
shared that. Yeah. Okay.
So what does it say?
Icelandic tradition of giving books as gifts on Christmas Eve, and then spend the night reading them and drinking hot cocoa.
So I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
But in our own low consumption way. Before we go through our books, trade in at the used bookstore, then sneak around picking out books for each other using the credits. I love that idea. We wrap them in exchange on Christmas Eve, spending the evening eating chocolate and reading together. My kids will get great new presents on Christmas morning, and we'll eat brisket and shrimp cocktail. But this Jola Bacaflod tradition is our favorite. I absolutely love that idea. I just think that is so cool. I love that.
All right, hang on. No, don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know. Jola Bacaflod. Okay, make sure I spell right. Yeah, here. Okay, let's see. Pronunciation.
Okay.
There's always these YouTube videos, so we're trying to see if I can do it. All right. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. See if I can get this to work on the computer here.
Yola Bacaflod.
Yola Bacaflod.
Yola
Yeah.
Boca Flood.
Yola Bacaflod.
Flood. Okay.
Yola Bacaflod.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's there you go.
Love it. Anyway, cool tradition I didn't know about, and
Yeah.
I think that's great. I love that they go to the used bookstore and trade in for
Right.
credits. I think that's great. Mary Suman.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up, we attended midnight mass. When we get back from church, it was technically Christmas morning. We'd change into our PJs. Naturally, my sister and I always hung up at our church clothes like we were told to, and reconvene in front of the Christmas tree where we'd open gifts until 5 or 6 a.m. How cool is that? They just went ahead and did it.
Cool.
The only reason we stopped was that midnight mass around here was 8 p.m. and now there's only a Christmas morning service.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, and I love that. I love that your parents and y'all just went ahead and made an entire, just the evening and early morning of
Right.
it. I think that's awesome. We had midnight mass. It started at 11 and you got done at midnight.
Mhm.
And at our church, a big fundraiser was mincemeat. which I did not realize was not meat. As a kid, I thought it was meat.
I didn't know
It's
that.
it's a
20
lot
years
of
old type thing?
brandy, is what it is. And
Oh.
look it up, Mr. Stan Walker, Google man.
Okay.
Mincemeat is, I think it's like nuts and fruit and brandy. That's kind of
Okay, mincemeat is usually a pie or pastry filling, are usually used as a pie or pastry filling. Traditional mincemeat contain meat, notably beef or venison, as this way of preserving meat prior to modern preservation methods. Modern recipes often replace the suet with vegetable shortening or other oils, and or omit the meat. Hold on, I'm getting there. Yeah, that's okay. It's a mixture of chopped apples and dried fruit. Okay, see, it only showed me part of the. Okay, start over, reset, re-rack this.
mincemeat.
Is
Think Granville, Ohio, 1979 to 1990.
okay. Mincemeat is a mixture of chopped apples and dried fruit, distilled spirits or vinegar, spices, and optionally meat and beef suet. But instead, now modern recipes replace the meat suet with vegetable shortening or other oils, coconut oil, or omit it altogether. However, many people continue to prepare and serve the traditional meat-based mincemeat for the holidays.
So the ladies at our church, it was like a huge fundraiser. Like they would make it, and you would sit it in. I can picture the thing that they had it in. It was for I want to say weeks. I'm sure I'm wrong, but it felt like as a little kid, it was there forever. And then they sold containers of it. So then on Christmas Eve, after the service,
Okay.
the midnight service, you go downstairs and you would have, it's almost like a sugar cookie that like you put like the thumbprint in, but inside of that thumbprint was the mincemeat. But I was always afraid to eat it because I really thought it had meat in it.
And they have, because the traditional recipe.
Well, no, I know those ladies, they didn't do meat in it. I know they didn't. But Miss Sheila Ferguson's mother was from Scotland. And so a couple times they got after her because she kept going to the church and adding more liquor to it. I want to say it was brandy, but I could be wrong. I don't know what the liquor was.
All right, well, I'm looking at a 19th century recipe. 2 pounds of raisins, 3 pounds of currants, 1.5 pounds of lean beef, 3 pounds of beef suet. Holy cow. 2 pounds of moist sugar, 2 ounces of citron, 2 ounces of candied lemon peel, 2 ounces of candied orange peel, 1 small nutmeg, 1 pottle of apples, the rind of 2 lemons, and the juice of 1.5 pint. Oh no, the juice of 1 lemon and a half pint of brandy.
Yeah, it was brandy.
It was
Okay,
brandy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they used to get after Sheila's mom because she always added more
A little
into
more
it.
brandy.
But I
Why
remember
not?
that. But what I was
Drink.
thinking when I was Mary Suman, when I was reading her post and about Christmas Eve, Christmas midnight mass.
Right.
So you went to church at 11. The service was usually done by 12, but St. Luke's, you were not out of there before like 12:30, quarter till 1 in the morning, because you had coffee hour. You had
They
all
still
that.
do the coffee hour.
Yeah,
and all
they did
yeah.
that. And so I remember vividly a couple of times walking out of that church in Granville, Ohio at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And the sky was
yeah.
was black, but the stars were sparkly, and the crisp air.
And it's
Like, you
still
just
that,
felt-
yes,
yeah,
it was
it's-
that Christmas feel.
It felt like Christmas.
Yeah.
Then we go home and it wasn't Christmas. But anyway.
Go home and clean.
Yeah,
Couple
yeah.
broken
so,
wooden spoons.
Yeah. But anyway, it was really cool. So I do have really fond memories of that.
All right.
Do you have another one? I've got several more.
Let's thank some more corporate champions. How about that? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do that and come back with more here on the Sam
NM.
Christmas Day podcast.
Yay.
Ready to dive into something new? Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, is already getting ready for the 2025 season. Caribbean Pools and Spas is looking for dedicated individuals who enjoy being outdoors and want to create unforgettable experiences for our customers. With outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, and full support from the great Caribbean Pools and Spas management team that will back you up. If you have a pool and spa at your home or your vacation rental, or are ready to add one this off-season, Caribbean Pools and Spas is already signing up customers for service next year. And they can design and install the custom pool and spa you've been dreaming of, from Corolla to South Nags Head and everywhere in between. Call today, 252-480-2900. That's 252-480-2900. or visit CaribbeanOBX.com. Whether you're an experienced pro or just starting out, Caribbean is the best pool and spa service company to work for and work with on the Outer Banks. I should know. I work for them too and love it. Join our team and make a splash with the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, Caribbean Pools and Spas. I'm watching that video and I'm like, I so wait for 85 degrees and
It's cold today.
40% humidity, 50% humidity, sweating it out in the middle of July. I missed that already. Can't wait for it to be back.
Well, we could sweat it out at yoga. They have
That's
hot
right.
yoga.
They do have hot yoga.
And thanks to Adinkra Yoga Studios, which we will have missed 2 weeks of. We've got to get on the schedule for
Yeah,
next week.
especially with the half marathon coming up. Yeah.
Yep. Rooted in faithfulness, harmony, benevolence, and love, Adinkra Yoga Studios in Currituck offers practices that are centered on the 8 limbs of yoga to create a diverse community where all are welcome to show up and be well. Keisha is an Army veteran, former elementary school teacher, and an advocate for mind and body well-being. Adinkra Yoga Studios has a wide variety of classes for all ages and levels from beginner to advanced, including gentle, chair, heated, slow flow, restorative, yoga nidra, and even private sessions. Not only in her studio at 2870 Currituck Highway in Currituck, but also out in the community. Drop-in classes start as low as $15, and you'll find a variety of membership levels that's just right for you. For more info and to book a class now, visit adinkrayogastudios.com. That's ADINKRA yogastudios.com.
All right. And just a reminder, in case you've been missing getting all of those newscasts that used to be thorough and give you everything, all the news, all the sports, all the weather, well, I'm doing it. If you're a founder at SamWalkerOBXNews.com, sign up as a founder, have the Sam Walker OBX News morning update delivered directly to your email and device every weekday morning, including on your favorite podcast platform. It's really cool that they've set that up for me. That you literally, it's just like this, comes the same way. As soon as it posts at 6 a.m. every weekday morning, you got it. It's everything, local news, sports, weather, coverage you can really count on every weekday morning. And founders, hey, yes, it's Christmas Day. We've talked about everything kind of Christmas themed on the commercials and all that. you know, last minute you realize, oh God, someone's shown up at the house. Somebody's showing up. You forgot to get somebody at the office, something. Why not give them a membership, a founder membership at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. You can gift them up to a year of journalism as unique as the Outer Banks itself for the holidays. You can print out the little thing on the screen that's there and give them that and give them the access, all that. So sign up now as a founder. Get the morning update. Sign somebody else up as a founder right now at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. And just a quick note, founder status is going away.
We have lots of exciting things coming.
We
in
have a lot of
January.
exciting things in 2025 coming up. Those of you who have jumped on board here in this first year, thank you again. But at the same time, you're getting some exclusive things. We're going to be adding more things all the time. Just the wheels are turning. But we're going to be changing things up a little bit as far as that membership goes. So if you want to be a founder, get in now. Okay? All right, lock in that price. Okay. And yeah, that's basically what we're saying is lock in the price it's at right now. Because, hey, you know, sign up as a founder now, you lock it in. All right, going through all the Christmas memories that people have shared with us and throwing in a couple of ours. One that probably, okay, I think we've talked about this at some point or another. You were talking about going home after the Christmas Eve service, and it was all magical and still, and felt like Kristen, you went home, it would.
Yeah.
Okay. Best Christmas present ever. Your best Christmas present ever you got. I know one. I think I know what it is.
If you want to know really what it is, the thing that just popped right in my head.
Yeah, okay.
I never had an American Girl doll.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why I'm going to cry.
Oh,
But
geez. Oh, that's right. I remember this now.
it
Yeah.
was I never had one, and I babysat for these two families who had American Girl dolls, and we would play with their dolls, and I thought it was the coolest thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I never had heard of them even. And I also have an extreme respect, love, and a bit of a passion for the Jewish faith and the Jewish story of through the centuries.
Hanukkah starts tonight.
Yes, happy Hanukkah to
That's
our
right.
friends. So anyway, little Kendall Cahill
Yeah.
got me my American doll.
Well, you had been getting them for Caroline.
That is a Jewish young lady.
Yeah.
The doll is.
Right.
So anyway, I don't know why that makes me cry, but it was the most tender-hearted gift
Mhm.
from a little girl.
All right.
So I know that seems silly,
Because
but it's not your
yeah.
it's not your Millennium Falcon.
Huh?
It's not your Millennium Falcon.
Just can't say it.
I can't. But it was a very tender-hearted gift, and it
Yeah.
was very sweet. Kendall was
Right.
probably 7 or 8, and
Mhm.
she gave it to me. She saved up her money, and I'm sure Jeff and Carrie helped her. But
Right.
it is to this day probably one of the most
Because you had
wonderful
been
gifts.
getting them for Caroline each
Mhm.
year, and it talked about it. And so
Yeah, as someone who didn't have them growing up, my daughter
Right.
had like way too many.
it still does. We have them.
Yes, we do. And my granddaughters will have them too.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, why we will be dying poor.
Exactly. Spend it all. Can't take it with you.
But that would probably be. I
They're
know
like
that seems-
timeouts.
I
You
know
can't
that
take 'em with
seems-
you.
That seems probably silly to some people, but it was just very, very thoughtful. And Kendall and Caroline had the dolls, and I think I told them I had never had one, and I always wanted one, and
Right.
that doll was coming out that year, and I was like, oh, and I love the stories, and I mean, so it was just very, very sweet and very thought out, and probably my favorite.
Yeah, the Millennium Falcon was there. The AT-AT. The. I'm trying to think what in adulthood would have been the best one. And you might have to jog my memory if there's been anything that's like really.
I think once you become an adult,
I did like no. Did you get it for me for Christmas? Was it Electric Football Game?
Mm-mm.
No,
That was not me. That must have been your other
No, I
wife or
bought
your
it.
other girlfriend.
no, I bought it. I got the full stadium too.
No, I think as an adult, like it's just fun to give gifts and see other people. I mean, of course you like to get a gift. I mean, you'd be
Yeah.
crazy not to.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know that there've been like I remember my mom made, I think it was a Christmas after my dad passed, or maybe 2 Christmases after, she made us a doll house. It was basically a crate turned up,
Right.
and it had floors and had doll furniture in it. Or when we got a tape recorder, that felt like a big thing. I think it was my junior or senior year in high school. I got like a bunch of Estee Lauder makeup, a Victoria's Secret like pajama. It was literally just a T-shirt. That
Well,
was
you're
a cool gift.
wait, whoa.
It was
hold up
just
now.
a Victoria's Secret like T-shirt nightgown, but it was really cool. I thought it was the happening thing.
Well, we dressed up for like all these different holidays. We're gonna do Valentine's Day. We're gonna do the one that's really gonna hit, like, put the
Really put us into the top 5%, or put us all the way in the bottom. No, I
OnlyFans.
I don't like I don't really like have any like as a kid. I mean, just to be real, as a kid, Christmases kind of sucked. So
Yeah.
it was just I always look forward to us going. We went to the other family's house, the Hollands house usually, or the Lamples house, and just going there. Of course,
Right.
then you realize like how much they got, and you're like, oh. I've never put an orange or underwear or socks into a stocking for my kids.
That's true. And that still happens.
But now I'm like, well, damn, I wish I would get some underwear and some socks maybe for Christmas.
Not for me.
Yeah, not from you. No, anyway, I mean, I make it sound bad. I mean, it's all memories, right? I mean, it's good. I will say
Yeah, so
that
you
I
didn't get
think,
to you didn't circle the Sears catalog.
no, not like you. No, I didn't get
No.
to do that. I didn't
The
even know
wish
there
book.
was a Sears catalog.
The Sears wish
Or
book.
Montgomery
Well, there wasn't a
Ward
Sears
or-
catalog, but there was a Sears wish book.
No, I didn't know that existed.
No. All right.
No. But anyway,
All
we
right,
do have
share
a
some
couple
more.
more.
Yeah, sharing some more.
So Miss Donna Robertson, Steve Jones, her partner, is a Christmas baby, and now that they are empty nesters, just having our first grandbaby in our 60s. Sadly, most of our family is at a distance. Rather than sitting here staring at one another alone on Christmas, we celebrate baby Steve Jones' birthday. Although we decorate for the holidays, instead of sitting here alone, we have turned it into a romantic evening alone celebrating birthday Steve. A whole new spin on the spirit of Christmas. So I saw her yesterday, and they celebrating his birthday, and then they're going God, they got some fancy suite for New Year's Eve. It's like a 3-bedroom suite that they're going up to Virginia Beach, I think, or somewhere. And they just got back from the lanterns and Cary. They went and saw those lanterns. So they've been celebrating the season. So Merry Christmas to y'all. And happy birthday, Steve.
You're talking about the travel thing. I remember how many, just a couple of Christmases. I want to say just about every Christmas when I was manager for the basketball team. After freshman year, I didn't. I think I went back the 26th. But like every...
Yeah, you had to be back.
When we came home a couple of times, I had to leave like that night to go back because we had practice the next morning, or we were flying out the next day. There's like at least 2 years where we had road trips where we flew out on the 26th. But then as it got to that point, we were basically living there anyway. We weren't coming here. Everybody was coming to us at that point. So
right.
Yeah.
So Miss Kathy Ennis. When all the kids were little and believing, we waited until they were in bed asleep, placed bells on each bedroom door, broke out a bottle of Lambrusco red wine, and finished wrapping gifts and dressing the living room with all the gifts under and around the tree. Then we put in the tape of the movie White Christmas and finished off the wine. Kids took oatmeal and made a landing strip in the snow for the sled. Amazing. Yep, we did that too. Which was Uncle Don's job to make sure sled marks were there by morning. That's great. Oh, how I miss those days.
Right.
So we did the feed the reindeer thing.
Oh, yeah, and you went all out.
I did. I think because I thought I missed on so much, I went overboard for years. But that's
when
okay.
we say went all out with the oatmeal, now explain what you did.
I would color it red. I would make some oatmeal red, some green, and then the regular oatmeal and mix it all together. And then I would put it into reindeer food packets, as well as carrots. And we would put them outside at night. We would go out right before bed, and we would throw out the reindeer food, which James and Jonathan inevitably would just basically throw it on their head. And we did the matching PJs, which I had actually gotten from the people I babysat for. I loved the people I babysat for. I learned so much. So many cool things that Marsha did as Marsha Downs did as a parent that I was like, one day I'm going to do that. And that was one of them. She did the pajamas and feeding the reindeer and stuff. So that was one of our traditions with the kids for sure. Miss Sherry Hanberry, she loves the Christmas PJs.
Okay.
And then last I have Miss Jenny Matta. We have a traditional Mexican breakfast on Christmas morning. Tamales, barbacoa, beans, eggs, and chorizo with handmade tortillas.
Oh, God.
I bet it is
That
amazing.
Amazing.
I bet it is amazing. So to those who answered our call on Facebook to give us some content,
Thanks.
and to all those who
memories.
are celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah.
That's right.
Kwanzaa, whatever your I hope that your heart is
Bowl
full with love and family and friends. And so Merry Christmas from the Walkers.
Merry Christmas. All right. Let's thank a couple more of our corporate champions and get out of here because I know everybody's busy. Let's thank you got
Miss Toyota Taller.
Yep.
At toyotataller.com. I still really want to do a women's retreat. I really do with her. I think it'd be amazing with her and Keisha. Keisha doing yoga and Toyota helping us find our vision. Are you ready to rise above the competition and lead with confidence, influence, and vision? Toyota Taller offers one-on-one coaching to become the best version of yourself so that no matter what happens on the outside, you become unshakable on the inside. Toyota has been guiding Sam through the journey of creating Sam Walker OBX News, avoiding the pitfalls startups face, while keeping him focused on being the best reporter and entrepreneur that he can be. Whether you're a business person, a leader, or a rising leader, you're invited to have a conversation with Toyota to see if you're the type of person she can empower to go to the next level, whatever that looks like for you. Don't wait. Schedule your 30-minute clarity call today and learn more about Toyota at toyotataller.com. That's TEUTATOWLER.com. Success starts with effective leadership, and that starts with Toyota's leadership coaching.
All right, and thanks to OBX Bullies Boutique, and hey, we got a gift certificate from them.
We got two.
For the kids. Yep, offering nail care for all dogs of all sizes, including those that vets and groomers turn away. No appointment is necessary at OBX Bullies Boutique. Just call 252-421-7003 when you arrive at OBX Bullies Boutique. They're at 2870 Caratoke Highway in Currituck, right across from McShell. There's no waiting inside, no issues with anybody else's pup. OBX Bullies Dog Nail Services utilizes a unique suspension system, which is a much safer alternative for a nail trim. After they're all trimmed up, there's a free pup cup waiting for your furry friend, a line of unique canine fragrances available, and of course plenty of hugs and rubs for your beloved four-legged pal as well. Plus, you'll find a variety of dog accessories, including bow ties, scarves, and t-shirts. Make sure you ask about OBX Bullies training services too. They've got convenient weekday afternoon and evening hours, plus weekends too. Just check obxbullies.com and their Facebook page for updates. That's OBX Bullies Boutique, serving all dogs one nail at a time, one furry smile at a time. obxbullies.com. All right. And in case you were wondering, some of our, I don't know why I said in case you're wondering. I mean, if you're listening, you would be wondering. I don't know what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was some of the traditions we still do, of course. This one right here, I got the thumbnail up on the screen, whichever it's in the editing program. Ready to post, which is A Christmas Story. Of course, the 24 Hours of A Christmas Story on TNT and on TBS, and that's on at the house. All over. You would think, and yes, the Disney parks Christmas parades used to be, but I'll be honest, since it went away from being the parades and now just performances, and because of all the vloggers and the live streams that you can watch it on, live, it's kind of lost its, I don't know, appeal.
So,
and that usually comes on at like 11 or 10 now. It used to come on at 9. It comes on at 10. They used to do the live. They used to do it live just like Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But so it's A Christmas Story on all day. I know there's football on today. We haven't even put that on. Not going to.
Go Chiefs.
Yeah,
Against the Steelers. I happen to know that.
Oh, well, definitely go Chiefs. So,
no, what I was going to say is
Yes.
we had it on at 7 a.m. this morning,
Yep.
and when at 10 a.m. when I FaceTime James and Megan and Waylon, first thing Waylon said is that he got a guitar for Christmas. He's very excited about that. And then he said, "What did Santa bring you?" And I said, "Well, Santa hasn't. We've been so busy, we haven't even looked at what Santa brought us."
right.
And then he was like, he wasn't paying attention, and I was like, "What are you watching?" And they were watching Christmas Story.
Yep.
So they have it on too. So anyway,
So there you go. That's the Christmas traditions. All right. Real quick, we'll run. We want to go for a run, or tell you what, let's skip that because everything's coming up after the New Year. Oh well, no, New Year's Eve, because we will not be on New Year's Eve. Tortugas in Nags Head has got their 35th annual running of the Turtles on New Year's Eve. It starts at 10 o'clock. It's an unofficial 5K. You just run down the beach road and back. Bring a headlamp, bring the lights, all that stuff at Tortugas Lie in Nags Head. Just a couple of things. The Outer Banks Visitors Bureau holiday events promotion campaign that continues through Old Christmas on January 6th. Got the list of all the stuff going on. obxmas.org. Winter lights at the Elizabethan Gardens through Saturday the 28th from 6 to 9 p.m. Go on. Yep, sorry.
the 12 Bars of Christmas, the OG, which benefits special nonprofits at each location now through New Year's Eve.
Of course, the Misfits Bar of Christmas. That's another dozen restaurants teaming up to benefit the Outer Banks Relief Foundation. That's running through New Year's Eve.
And then the Naughty Nine, the only walkable holiday crawl on the Outer Banks throughout the Manio Social District every Wednesday through Saturday.
Now they'll wrap up this Saturday. Downtown Elizabeth City, they got the Hot Cocoa Crawl through January the 5th.
The Corolla Christmas Village is up Friday and Saturday from 5 to 8 through the 28th.
Meet Me in Manio for New Year's Eve starts at 6 o'clock with DJ Mix and Mike, downtown restaurants and food trucks with all kinds of options, family activities and more, and a kids countdown and fireworks at 8 p.m. Then the popular 80s and more band, the DeLoreans, taking the stage from 9 p.m. until the big countdown to midnight.
Wrap up the year with a trip to Ocracoke and Portsmouth Islands by Counting Birds, part of the annual National Audubon Society Christmas Birds Counts. The counts on Ocracoke and Portsmouth, organized by Peter Vankovich of the Ocracoke Observer, takes place this year on December 30th and 31st.
And take a first day hike at a North Carolina State Park. It's going on all over North Carolina, but here locally, you got the Dismal Swamp State Park in South Mills. offering a self-guided scavenger hunt from 8 to 4:30. You stop by the visitor center to pick up a scavenger hunt sheet. That's you ringing, by the way.
I know.
Follow the directions and explore, and after you complete the sheet, you get a sticker. The visitor center will be open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 on New Year's Day. Jockey's Ridge State Park in Nags Head. Ranger Austin's going to lead a fun and informative hike to the ridge starting at 10 a.m. And join Park Ranger Katie Sanford for a leisurely, approximately 2-mile hike at Bertie Beach. This is adjacent to Salmon Creek State Natural Area in Bertie County in Mary Hill. That'll start at 11 a.m. all on New Year's Day. That's it.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's say thanks again to all of our corporate champions: Miles Carpet Cleaning, Caribbean Pools and Spa, CMIT Solutions, The Outer Banks, ToyotaTower.com, OBX Bullies Kennels and Boutique, Adinkra Yoga Studio, and Hatteras Island author Jan Dawson. Our final show of the year, because next week we'll drop the show on on January 2nd, actually. So we'll be back on the Thursday schedule, but doing the Wednesday drop. So everybody has the Christmas thing. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for a great first year. Ready to go with our second year. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Merry
and
Christmas,
cheers.
y'all.
All right. Merry Christmas. We will see you next time.
And happy Hanukkah.
Yes. Happy Hanukkah, of course. That starts tonight.
Today.
Yeah, it
Tonight.
starts tonight.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, and see you next time on the Sam
And M.
Podcast. Bye.
Bye.